I'd like to speak to an issue that is hurting the pocketbooks of hardworking Americans, particularly in the state of Iowa. The media has reported that the White House has been in discussions with Big Oil regarding rising fuel prices. Quite a surprise to some of us who have heard nothing from the administration all year that we got to stop fossil fuels. We got to worry more about global warming. You shouldn't stop big oil, but you still got to worry about global warming. President Biden has called on OPEC cartels to drill for additional crude oil and discuss potentially opening up our domestic strategic petroleum reserve. With rising energy prices, it is common sense to promote additional development of energy. But with the Biden administration's sole focus seemingly being on climate change, I would think more attention would be paid to promoting clean energy. Emphasis upon clean energy. Throughout my tenure in the Senate, I promoted alternative energy sources as a way of protecting our environment and increasing our energy independence. As the #1 producer of corn, ethanol, biodiesel, Iowa leads the nation's renewable fuels industry. But if the president doesn't care about Iowa, my state of Iowa, the president should remember the states of Illinois and Minnesota, just as an example. Historically blue states are also major producers of corn and soybeans, as well as ethanol and biodiesel. A recent study has shown the expanded use of ethanol under the renewable fuel standard has lowered gasoline prices by an average of 22 cents per gallon. This saves the typical American household $250 annually. In recent weeks, E10, which is a 10% mixture of ethanol and gasoline, E10 has sold for 35 to 50 cents per gallon less than gasoline with no ethanol. Not only is ethanol blended gas cheaper than non-ethanol gasoline, but a recent study has also shown that ethanol reduces greenhouse gas emissions by 43% compared to conventional gasoline. Considering President Biden's sudden interest in high gasoline prices, a common sense solution would be to turn to the biofuel industry for assistance in this time of high gasoline prices. Enhancing energy security while lowering emissions was the exact reason why Congress created the renewable fuel standard in 2005 and 2007. The Midwest has the potential to provide a solution to the multifaceted problems that this administration faces. Instead, President Biden and his White House continue, it seems to me, to turn to big oil to solve the energy crisis, instead of looking at the renewable fuels opportunities. Big oil seems to then have a friendly relationship with the White House, which is completely contrary to what you think of when they want to do away with fossil fuels. Recent rumors in the press are saying that the administration is considering gutting the renewable fuel standard with massive cuts to the required volume obligations. This is strange considering President Biden campaigned on supporting the renewable fuel standard. He campaigned in Iowa as a friend of ethanol. Yes, in Iowa, President Biden said that, quote, the renewable fuel standard marks our bond with our farmers and our commitment to a thriving rural economy, end of quote. Increased drilling for crude oil and increasing our dependence on OPEC is not a solution to higher prices at the pumps. Why ask OPEC to pump more oil? Why ask big oil to pump more oil? Americans need relief, and that relief can come from having a partnership with the biofuels industry. And it is past time for then the administration to look to the heartland instead of Texas and OPEC for an answer. I yield.